What's up guys, Jimmy here with another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you Max Payne 3. Now, May and Rockstar seem to just go well together. 2 years ago we had Red Dead Redemption in May of 2010. And last May, 2011, we had LA Noire. And so just recently Rockstar released Max Payne 3 for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. The PC version actually is going to be coming in the near future. But let's get right into this review. I really hope you enjoy this video.
In Max Payne 3, the story takes place nearly a decade after the events of Max Payne 2, and it takes place in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The game's story unfolds as Max provides security for a wealthy, well-known family in Sao Paulo. As with my other reviews, I want to keep the spoilers to a minimum, but let me just say that the story is amazing, it is fantastic, and it plays out like a top-notch action movie. The main voice actor that plays Max, James McCaffrey, he does an amazing job unfolding to what Max is going through, experiencing what he's thinking. Some great one-liners. Rockstar is just so brilliant in great writing and really provides an outlet for McCaffrey to bring this story to life. The gameplay in Max Payne 3 is just so easy to get into, not much of a learning curve. It's very simple and intuitive. In Max Payne 3, you will run and gun in various parts of the world. Occasionally, Max will have flashbacks, and you'll get to go and play some of the areas that he had in the past years of his life to kind of pull the story all together. Now, you will have the chance to run and gun and to own your enemies like a boss, but running and gunning in an area will often get you killed in no time flat. Using the cover mechanics like you would in the Gears of War series and the Uncharted series, it'll be critical to your success and enjoyment in the game. In Max Payne 3, bullet time and shoot dodge also make a return. Bullet time is something when the player will use when Max gets overwhelmed with gunmen and the odds are not in your favor. Bullet time slows things down and allows you to get the upper hand on your adversaries. The music and sound I was very impressed with. The game has a lot of different weapons that you can pick up, and the gunfire is realistic and crisp. The music is not only great, but it is meshed into the game at appropriate times to match the mood and area that you are in. The visuals in the game are impressive, and the thing that I really like to stress about this in terms of the graphics is that the small details that were added in the game make all the difference. During the second part of the game, Max is wading through filthy water, and as you're walking by, you notice the dust and the oil, the residue that's on top of that water. Also, there's thousands of different items in the games that you can destroy and that will get destroyed. I really appreciate the small details that Rockstar added to these items. Like when you shoot a painting off the wall, you notice that the back of the painting has a small metal piece on the back that you'd use to hang on a hook and a nail. Also, another example, when you shoot an item like a vase, the destruction just looks natural. In Max Payne 3, the amount of exploring that you can do is limited. Max Payne 3 is not an open game like Red Dead Redemption or GTA. Now, some people have complained about this. They've said on how this lack of freedom really is a negative, and it's something that really pulls down this game and pulls down the story mode. But I'm here to tell you that I think those people are wrong. Max Payne 3 is an insanely fun, fast-paced ride with incredible missions and just great, epic moments. If Max Payne 3 had a lot more freedom to explore the different levels, was a lot more open-ended, then I feel like the level of action and excitement that's in the game would get diluted and dumbed down. That's not to say that open-world games can't be fun and exciting. I just feel that for Max Payne 3, the sizes of the different levels, areas, hallways, rooms, alleyways, these were all, in my opinion, kept at just the right size to help keep the action fresh and exciting. I also need to mention on how The length that it will take you to finish Max Payne 3 will depend upon how you play the game. Even though these maps and areas are not massive like some of the other games out there, you will have the chance to do some exploration for clues, and also you'll get the chance to look around and search for golden gun pieces. So in Max Payne 3, not just the standard story mode, but you also get the chance to play the arcade mode and New York Minute. And in both these different modes, you'll get the chance to play through, and in the arcade mode, you'll get the chance to rack up your scores. The way you take down your enemies, you'll get to earn points. And the way you take down those enemies will, depending on how you take them down, you'll kind of try and best yourself, do a better job than you did last in taking down the enemies in the way in which you did, so you can rack up those points and compare yourself with the worldwide leaderboards and your friends. And the One New York Minute, you'll get the chance to play through the different chapters in the game and go as fast as you can through these chapters. So not just the standard story mode, but these two other modes you can play through to kind of give you another reason to kind of do better than you last did the last time you played Max Payne 3. Now, the multiplayer is something that I did not have high expectations for. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I'm like, a lot of these companies out there, they just tack on the multiplayer, and it's not very good. So I was really skeptical. But let me just tell you guys that in Max Payne 3, I had an amazing time with the multiplayer. It's extremely fun. In Max Payne 3, you'll get to select several different modes. You'll get to select some modes, and after you get your first 50 kills, other modes are unlocked to you. You'll also get to level up not only your character, but also with the different weapons you use as well. Depending on how many kills you get with these weapons, you get to level up your weapons. And once you reach level 4 with your character, you will unlock the ability to customize the layout of your character like you would. The first time I was experiencing something like this was for Call of Duty 4. Just totally reminded me of that. With up to 16 players online, the action can get insane. But it's still very well done. There's a lot of multiplayer modes out there, a lot of multiplayer games out there where the action gets pretty crazy, pretty chaotic. But, there's a lot of issues bogging it down, whether it's poor controls or a lot of online technical issues. I didn't find that at all. To be honest, now that I think of it, I don't think I experienced any lag when playing through the multiplayer. And that really can mean a lot. Obviously technical issues, online issues can really bring the fun down. So in Max Payne 3, you'll have the standard multiplayer deathmatch and team deathmatch modes. Also, in addition, you'll have the chance to play Gang Wars and Painkiller modes to enjoy. In Gang Wars, up to 16 players split into opposing groups, and you have to play through several different objectives. Now, this mode was very cool. It's very interesting because you'll play these several different objectives against another opposing team, and depending on who wins that objective or how that objective is played out, it'll branch out to another objective. There's just so many different possibilities, and it makes things very, very interesting. I just really thought it was amazing how it just changed from one objective to the next, depending on how you played and how well you played against the other group of people or the other team. Gang Wars also includes narrative into the multiplayer to help with the player's experience and to really immerse you into this incredible multiplayer mode. The Painkiller mode is actually a mode in where you can play as Max Payne or Max Payne's partner, Passos, and you can take down Max Payne or you can take down Passos, and you can become Max Payne or Passos. You might be wondering what's the big deal about that. Well, you'll get extra ammo and also painkillers, and you can pretty much have the upper hand on your enemies and own people like you wouldn't be able to as a standard player. Guys, the multiplayer is so much fun. I had such a blast. The maps I was really impressed with. The maps, as I mentioned earlier, the story mode, there isn't a whole lot of freedom to keep the action just insane and crazy. With up to 16 players online, these maps were done so well. The different buildings and landscapes and areas, they're done very well, and there's a lot of variety to them. From the slums to some really swank, nice areas that you'll get to check out. I was just really impressed all around. Definitely give the multiplayer a try.
So guys, my final verdict for Max Payne 3, I give it a 10 out of 10. Not only is it an incredible single player experience, but it is also an incredible multiplayer experience as well, with up to 16 people online, with a bunch of very fun multiplayer modes to select from. You're going to love the single player campaign, the gorgeous different areas of the world that you'll get to check out and have gun battles with. The story is done in a pace for me that was just at a phenomenal pace. Action was fast and furious, and then you get to learn more about the story. Then things pick up again. The action is fast and furious. There's some incredible epic moments. The game is fun. If that's the thing that I have to tell you guys, there's some games this year that have come out that a lot of people were looking forward to, and they were good. But in my opinion, they just did not reach the bar that many gamers were expecting. For me, Max Payne 3 reached that level, and it achieved what I was expecting it to achieve. And it actually went above and beyond what I had hoped it was going to be. I didn't really have, like I said before, high expectations for the multiplayer. But the multiplayer is very fun and very addictive. And man, I'm really hoping more people will give the multiplayer a chance, because it really is worth playing. I know there's a lot of great games out there, but you really need to check out the multiplayer. It's very fun and very addicting. So I'm just well pleased. Rockstar, you did it again. You hit it out of the park. Again, 10 out of 10. I highly recommend that you check out Max Payne 3. Just a phenomenal game. One of the best games in my collection, and possibly my game of so far. It's my game of the year for 2012. We'll see what else happens and what else gets released for 2012. But anyway, guys, those of you that have the chance to play Max Payne 3, let me know your thoughts on the game. And any other questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.